My buddy was looking at me, and I knew the situation was very, very bad. I could see how bad it was. I didn't know what the future held, but at that moment, I didn't really care. I just knew the situation was horrible. And he looked at me, and I said, like I said, I knew how bad it was. And I said, "How bad is it?" to my friend. And he looked at me and he said, "It's not that bad." I was like, "You are such a liar." But it was one of those times when it's kind of, like, you don't really want to lie to people, but at that moment, he was trying to comfort me. He didn't want it to be any worse than it was. He didn't want to tell me the situation was bad. He didn't know that I knew it was so bad. So he said it wasn't that bad. And I knew it was. So finally the helicopters got there to pick me up, and they took me to the hospital in San Antonio. Well, I went to Germany first. Sorry, I went to Baghdad first, then to Germany, then to San Antonio, Texas. So I'm part Texan. I lived in Texas for 3 months, actually. 4 months. I was stationed at Fort Hood for 4. And I came to Austin a few times. So after I got to San Antonio, I was in the hospital. I was in there for 6 months. And there were times in the hospital where, like, I wanted to give up. Just because of, I hadn't seen anything like me before with the burns. I didn't think anybody was going to accept me. I'm going to talk a little bit more about it tonight. I don't want to tell you guys everything twice. I don't want you guys to hear everything right now. So I'll get a little deeper into it tonight. But I didn't know if I was going to be accepted in the world. And once I did get out of the hospital, I saw that there was people out there waiting for me. I saw there was people out there waiting to give me opportunities to help me get through what people would think is a horrible situation. To me, at the time, maybe it was, but after I've been through everything, I realized it was not horrible at all. It has made me such a stronger person, a better person, something that I definitely didn't think that I could get through before this happened. If you told me this was going to happen to me before, excuse me. If you told me this was going to happen to me before it happened to me, I would have told you no way. Well, you lasted longer than 5 minutes. Down. He's really well trained.
Not a military dog.
Hey, Amos, down. Good boy. Settle. Amos, settle. Yeah, I definitely did not think that I would be able to make it through this. There is no way. But I did. And what I can say is that I'm happier than I've ever been before. Thank you. I'm happier than I've ever been before because just the things I've gone through have made me such a stronger person. Mentally, yeah, I've lost that physical ability a little bit because of, I lost some muscle in my arms because of, like I said, I was captain of the football team, captain of the wrestling team. I was an athlete. But I lost all that stuff. But a lot of it was a choice as well. I chose to not stay athletic. I know many guys who were burned who are playing like wheelchair rugby or sled hockey or some of these amazing things. So it was a choice. So I'm going to be getting that back soon. I'm going to say it. I'm going to fat camp. I'm going to this camp in Florida for 2 months. It's not called fat camp, but that's what I'm calling it because I'm going to lose weight. And I'm really excited about it. I'm also very nervous about it because this is out of my comfort zone. I haven't done anything like this in 8 years. And even though I was in such good shape before and such an athlete before, I haven't had that in a long time. So to get that back is going to be tough. It's going to be a long road. It's going to be hard, but I want it. And I have a lot of people who are behind me who are helping me go through this situation, helping me go through this camp. And I really do better at things when there's a lot of people to disappoint. If there's people behind me that are waiting for you to do well, to succeed in something, that's when I succeed in something, because I don't want to disappoint anybody in what I do. So I will work harder because there's those people behind me supporting me. And I know that you all have people behind you supporting you. So I'm going to work my butt off and stick with it. And this is going to be honestly one of the hardest things I've ever done in my entire life. I love food. If you cannot tell. I do. It's horrible, but I need to get over that, and I need to succeed, and I need to impress. I need to impress the people around me who are supporting me and helping me out. So I'm excited about it. It's just a new chapter in my life. Every so often I will open a new chapter in the book and start something new. And in general, I believe that we're all writing a book, even though we're not putting it down on paper. We're all writing our story, and we'll continue to do that forever. Don't ever stop writing that story. Once you stop writing that story, what do you have to look forward to anymore? Keep opening up new chapters and writing new chapters. And guess what? You are the writer. You get to choose what that next chapter is. Nobody else has to choose it for you. It's your choice. So you can make it as good or as bad as you want. Choose the good part. There's so much good, so much positive that can be written, especially because we get to choose it. Make that next chapter better than this last one you're writing right now. So that was just a real quick overview of what happened to me and some of the things I'm going through now and some of the new exciting things. Tonight will be really a lot more in-depth story, a lot longer. I really want to open up discussion. I really want you guys to ask questions tonight. We're not really going to have, there's going to be a few questions. We're not going to have time to really discuss a lot. So, all right, we're starting here. Awesome.
What were some of the key principles or like values that you learned when you were in the military? Like, what was it like?
We have, actually the Army, we actually have Army values. So, we have seven Army values, and you're going to put me on the spot because I don't remember these now. And the acronym is leadership. So it's loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. Those are our 7 Army values. Personal courage, to me, is the most important because you go through tough things in your life. You have to have that personal courage to be able to overcome them. Like I said, I didn't think I would have had that for this to happen to me. But you don't know what you are capable of until sometimes you have no choice but to get over something. That obstacle in front of you may look impossible, and it's going to take personal courage to try to pass that obstacle. But you have to try. That's the key. So those are the Army values that we learned, and to me, personal courage was the most important of them all.
How long was it between like when the IED hit your tank and when like your friends found you and when you got on the helicopter?
So we got hit. I basically immediately got out of the vehicle. Got to the ground. I was in the canal probably within 15 seconds. And then my buddies took about another 45 to a minute to find me. They thought I was still in the vehicle because all they could see was fire. They didn't see me. But they were calling my name, finally found me in the canal, came down, and took me up. And they kept telling me that the helicopters were going to be there every 2 minutes. So every 2 minutes they were like, "So how long before the helicopters?" I said, 2 minutes. And 2 minutes later I would ask again, "How long before the helicopters?" 2 minutes. And I think I said that 15 times, so that's 30 minutes. Yeah, but actually the helicopters were on their way out. They had engine trouble. They had to turn around, go back and get new helicopters. So yeah, it took a little longer for them to get me than it was supposed to. Yeah.
You said the fire covered your eyes. Does that affect your vision?
No, actually, the fire itself doesn't affect my vision. I lost a little bit of vision in my right eye, but it was actually because of the water.
Oh, okay.
I got an infection from the water. The water I landed in was filthy. It was disgusting. It wasn't running water, so it was just like a pool of really filthy water.